Assalamu alaikum, dear students. I hope you are all fine and staying at home. At the same time, you are taking a preparation for your coming examination. You have already got the question paper. I hope you will do well in this examination. Dear students, in my last class, I discussed about punctuation. Today, I will continue it. But before going to new item, I will revise very quickly what is punctuation. Punctuation is the name of the marks used in writing. As I have told you that to write a meaningful sentence, to write a meaningful article, to express the emotion of your mind, to convey the message, you have to use punctuation mark to make your writing meaningful. Without punctuation mark, the sentences, the article, the passage will be scrambled and it will not carry any meaning. Hence, this is the necessity or importance of punctuation. Essential signs. Punctuation are the essential signs to understand a sentence in correct way. Punctuation marks represent the expression and feeling in a sentence. Punctuation is used to bring clarity and meaning in writing. And at that point, we started with capital letters. All of you know that a sentence usually begins with a capital letter. Then we learned about different kinds of punctuation marks. There are different punctuation marks that are commonly used in English grammar. These are full stop, question mark, exclamation mark or point, comma, semicolon, colon, dash, hyphen, brackets, apostrophe, etc. Why are these punctuation marks used? These marks are used for better understanding, correct reading of written text, whether it is read silently or aloud. When we read a passage or article or a story, we have to stop according to the punctuation marks. And these punctuation marks make to understand the content of that particular passage. And while we read a passage or a story or an article, the punctuation marks will make it more clear to the audience. The audience can understand it properly if we stop according to the punctuation marks. We read according to the punctuation marks. So in my last class, I told you about full stop, comma, colon, semicolon. Today, I will start with dash. So dear student, be attentive and learn about dash. It indicates additional information with more emphasis than a comma. We stop a little, a short pause after using a comma. Which does a dash do? What does a dash do? A dash emphasizes more than a comma. It indicates a pause, especially for an effect at the end of a sentence. dash contains extra information. Here are the examples of dash. She is an author and a very good one too. It contains extra information. Dash contains extra information. She is an author and a very good one too. So here is the extra information. And it is used to give more emphasis. We all know what to expect. The best. Here it is used to give emphasis. Self-centered person can never be happy. Mrs. Rahima is Rani's mother-in-law. Brother-in-law, shift in charge, officer in charge. Here we also use dash. So dear students, now we are moving to quotation mark. They are also known as quotes. Quote mark, space mark, inverted commas. Why are these marks used? They are used in pairs in various writing systems to set up direct space, a quotation, or a phrase. Usually, in direct space, we use quotation marks. Here are the examples. Mary told her mother, "This is the last piece of my birthday cake." Then come to the sign apostrophe S. It denotes the ownership of something. It indicates the belonging of someone's. Example, this is Ayan's book. She is Ayan's sister. It also shows the omission of a letter or letters when two words are contracted. To omit words from a sentence. Don't walk on the grass. We here have not written do not walk on the grass. We have written don't walk on the grass. It is nobody's fault, but we have written here it's nobody's fault. He is from Rangpur. Let's begin the work. So these examples shows the omission of a letter. Now we are moving to an exercise, a very easy exercise, only to show the uses of comma and full stop only. Dear students, first of all, I am reading the first one, then solution, the question. If I read this in this way, it will not make a meaning to you. You will be confused. One day while going to college, I met an old man who had nothing of his own. Having seen me, he began to cry but could not, as he was too weak to cry, feeling a great pity for him. I wanted to know what had led him to this miserable condition, so I started asking him questions. So if I read in this way, it will not make any meaning. The audience or the man to whom I am talking, he will be confused. So I have to read or write in this way. One day while going to college, I met an old man who had nothing of his own. Having seen me, He began to cry, but could not as he was too weak to cry. Feeling a great pity for him, I wanted to know what had led him to this miserable condition. So I started asking him questions. So dear students, I hope you can understand what is the difference between the two passages. The first one doesn't convey the clear meaning, but the second one gives us a correct information. This is the way you have to read and write using the punctuation. So, dear students, now move to the exercise number 2. Abid, we are about to finish our HSC examination. Are you thinking about your future? Now look at the solution. We are about to finish our HSC examination, full stop. Are you thinking about your future? Question mark. So these marks make a difference. Hasib, yes, what about you? Dear girls, you can easily understand that this is an interrogative sentence, so you have to put a question mark here. Yes, what about you? I want to pursue higher education, full stop. What are your plans? Again, you have to put the question mark. I rather follow some vocation course to make my career, full stop. Really? Question mark. Because Abid is asking Hasib, is it true? So you have to put a question mark here. Really, have you thought of any particular vocation? This is also an interrogative sentence. Yes, I would like to join the fashion design course. This career has a prospect these days. Is it suitable for boys? Why not? Dear students, please notice that the boys has started with a capital B. So it is another complete sentence. So why not? You have to put a question mark after why not, because from boys this is another sentence. Why not? Boys are as good as girls in many professions nowadays. Look at the use of dash, nowadays. What's your future plan? We have used here apostrophe s to omit the letter I. What is your future plan? But instead of writing what is your future plan, we have written here, what's your future plan? I would like to go for teaching. Again, look at the use of apostrophe s. It's a good profession for a studious boy like you. Then come to the exercise number 3. Do you read newspaper regularly? Comma, Hema. So dear students, before any name, you are asking Hema. So before writing the name, you have to put a comma here. Do you read newspaper regularly? Hema. Yes, I do. And always put a comma if there is yes or no. Yes, I do. Full stop. What about you? To tell you frankly, I do not read newspaper regularly. You have to take a short pause. So put a comma here. To tell you frankly, I do not read newspaper regularly. Why? interrogation mark. You get enough time during the break in the college. Yes, comma. I do get by I do not like. Moreover, comma, I think it is a wastage of time. Strange? Hema is surprised. So, this is an exclamatory sentence, or you have to put an exclamatory mark here as Hema is surprised. Strange? Why do you think so? Remember, comma. Newspaper is called the storehouse of knowledge. Dear students, you have to notice on the word storehouse, it has been kept in apostrophe comma, sorry, inverted comma. Remember, newspaper is called the storehouse of knowledge. The more you read, you will read newspaper, comma, the more you will learn. The more you will read newspaper, a short pause, you have to stop here, the more you will learn. Then, comma, from today, I will start reading newspaper. Yes, that's like a good friend. So, dear students, I hope you now can understand where you have to stop and you have to use the sign of comma, full stop, apostrophe s, inverted comma, and exclamatory sign. Now move to the exercise number 4. I am not in the least hungry. My guest sighed. This is direct speech. So you have to put inverted comma in each of these sentences. We have to use inverted comma in the direct speeches. I am not in the least hungry. To omit the letter A from am, we have used here an apostrophe comma. I am not in the least hungry. My guest sighed. And the sentence continues. So put a comma here and start the inverted comma again. But if you instead, I don't mind having some asparagus. I ordered them. Aren't you going to have any? All the sentences are in direct speech. So you have to put the inverted comma in all the sentences. No, put a comma here. I have already told you. Put a comma if whether is no or yes. I never eat asparagus. I know there are people who don't like them. The fact is, you ruin your palate by all the meat you eat. Put the inverted comma. Coffee, I said. Yes, just an ice cream and coffee, she answered. Dear student, this is an example of direct speech. You have to put the inverted comma, and to omit the letter, you have to put the apostrophe s and the comma after yes, and look at the sentence. I know there are people who don't like them. Full stop. The fact is, comma, a little pause. The fact is, you ruin your palate by all the meat you eat. Full stop. Now, exercise number 5. How old is the edifice guide? You are asking the guide. I have already told you, if we ask something, we can put his or her name here, and here we call him as guide. And before that, you have to put a comma. How old is the edifice guide? Madam, it's a 15th century office. And you have to put a comma after madam. Madam, it's a 15th century office. What a wonderful edifice it is. It is an exclamatory sentence, so we have to put an exclamation mark here. It was built by Akbar, the then emperor of India. This is called appositive, you know. It was built by Akbar. He is the same man, the emperor of India. So after Akbar, we have to put a comma. It was built by Akbar, the then emperor of India. Oh, I see. Exclamation mark and put a comma after O. Madam, a comma, we should move now. The sun is about to set. It would be dark soon. Isn't the place safe? It is, but the security does not allow anybody after sunset. Dear students, now I'm going to read another passage for you, and let's see if you can understand the meaning without the punctuation marks. Why are you going to Borishal? Said father. I want to buy some important books, said son. Do you need money? Yes, father. Don't go alone as time is not going well. Ratul, my friend, is going with me, so don't worry, said son. Do I know him? Yes, you know him well. Does it make any sense? No. Without punctuation marks, the reading or writing cannot make it clear, cannot make the correct information, the correct message, and the correct expression. So you have to put the punctuation marks, and then it will be a meaningful writing. Why are you going to Borishan? Said father. I want to buy some important books, said son. Do you need money? Yes, father. Don't go alone as time is not going well. Ratul, my friend, is going with me. So don't worry, said son. Do I know him? Yes, you know him well. So this is the difference before and after using the punctuation marks. Now I will read another exercise for you. Would you please tell me one reason of air pollution? Yes, the smoke from our household activities, vehicles, factories, etc. is mainly causing air pollution. How? I asked. Fires create smoke and pollute the air. Railway engines and powerhouses create smoke by burning coal, and oil mills and factories also produce a lot of smoke. Buses, trucks, and cars use petrol and diesel oil. These two emit smoke, he said. Does it make any sense? No, it doesn't make any sense. So what we have to do? We have to do punctuation mark, correct punctuation mark in correct places to make the passage meaningful. To make the conversation meaningful, we have to use the punctuation marks. Now I am reading to you, and you can understand the difference between the two writings. Would you please tell me one reason of air pollution? Yes, the smoke from our household activities, vehicles, factories, etc. is mainly causing air pollution. How? I asked. Fires create smoke and pollute the air. Railway engines and powerhouses create smoke by burning coal and oil. Mills and factories also belch a lot of smoke. Buses, trucks, and cars use petrol and diesel oil. These two emit smoke, he said. So, dear girls, I hope these exercises help you to understand the importance of using punctuation marks. Aren't you going to have any said, I know I never eat asparagus. I know there are people who do not like them. The fact is that you ruin your palate by all the meat you eat. She said, follow my example and never eat more than one thing for lunch. I will do better than that. I retorted, ill. I will eat nothing for dinner tonight. It doesn't make any sense at all. The person who reads in and the person who hears it cannot understand anything. So what we have to do? We have to do correct punctuation marks in correct places. Aren't you going to have any? Said I. No, I never eat asparagus. I know there are people who don't like them. The fact is that you ruin your palate by all the meat you eat, she said. Follow my example and never eat more than one thing for luncheon. I will do better than I retorted. I will eat nothing for dinner tonight. So, dear students, I hope now you can put the correct punctuation marks in your answer. I hope these two classes will help to revise the punctuation marks and you will overcome the difficulties you have. So take a good preparation for your coming examination and stay at home. Be safe. Goodbye for today. Thank you.